Hi guys, Matt here again. Today we're going to talk about playing chords on the uke. In this lesson we're going to cover the following topics. Number 1, chord diagrams. Number 2, the C chord and the F chord. Number 3, proper chord playing form. 4, changing between chords. And finally we'll use the new chords that we've learned to play an actual song. So let's get started. So let's talk about chord diagrams first of all. A chord diagram like the one here is just a visual representation of the ukulele fretboard. The chord diagram indicates where you're to place your finger in order to play a particular chord. So let's play the C chord together. In order to play the C chord, I want you to take your third finger on your chording hand, 1, 2, 3, so your ring finger, and place it on the 3rd fret, 1st string. And it should sound like this. So to play the F chord, which is a 2-finger chord, we're going to take our first finger on our chording hand and we're going to place it on the 1st fret, 2nd string. And we're going to take our second finger and we're going to place that on the 2nd fret, 4th string. And the F chord sounds like this. Sometimes you might notice when you're playing chords for the first time that you're accidentally hitting adjacent strings. It's important from the beginning to develop good chord playing form. So let's go through that now. For each of these examples, I'll simply use the C chord. So the first thing to notice is that we want to gently press the string down onto the fretboard. So we want to apply the minimal amount of pressure required to push the string down without causing pain or physical discomfort. Secondly, when we're forming these chords, I want you to make sure that you're not on the metal fret itself, but just behind the metal fret. If you're on the fret, the string will sound muted. If you're just behind it, it should ring out nicely. The most crucial form technique, I think, is to actually make sure that you're using the tips of your fingers to form the chords, rather than the fatter, fleshier part of your finger. So in order to keep your fingers arched, I want you to visualize a C shape like this, and we can apply that to the fretboard. So with our thumb behind, like this, we stand the fingers up. And a good way to think about that is standing the fingers up like a spider, and that will get you off the flat part of your finger and up onto the tips of your fingers, like this. So now we've got 2 chords, the C chord and the F chord. I want to talk about transitioning between the chords. In order to play a real song, you need to be able to transition between the chords in a smooth and efficient manner. So in this exercise, we're going to move between the F chord and the C chord. We're going to strum 4 beats per bar on the F chord to begin, and then we're going to strum 4 beats on the C chord, and we're going to keep going through that chord progression. So going very slowly, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So let's go in super slow-mo just to see exactly what's happening on the chord transition. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, lift 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, lift 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, lift 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, lift. So I'm lifting on that and after the 4. 4, lift, and then I'm getting my fingers in place for the next chord on the first beat of the next bar. So let's use our first 2 chords to play a song. This song, Achy, Breaky by Billy Ray Cyrus, was actually a #1 hit in the 90s. Recently it was voted the most annoying song ever, which is a little bit harsh because I quite like it. And for our purposes it's very useful because we can practice transitioning between the F chord and the C chord. Because the verse and the chorus of the song have the same melody, let's just focus on the chorus and we'll play it through 3 times. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't tear my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think you'll understand. blow up and kill this man. So well done, we've learnt our first two chords on the ukulele, the C chord and the F chord. We've also talked about good chord hand technique, and we've also talked about the importance of transitioning between those chords. So remember to practice playing your chords, and until next time, have fun.